Hello, guys. A minute. Hello, beautiful people. Where are you? There's Alashola here. Wonderful to have you guys here. I'm gonna try to share this broadcast on my what's it called timeline, on Alashola spiritual. No, on Alashola timeline itself. Okay, it's wonderful to have you guys here. Anyway, I'm kicking off today with some music. Share this video with friends. Yeah, share to on Alashola. Hey. Ooh, I never leave. 1 minute. Just gonna try. Hello, Ainde. How are you, darling? I'm probably gonna kick in a bit of Yoruba and a lot of English today, guys. Today we're talking about one of our greatest female. I call them Miami's. Hello, darling. How are you, baby? Longest time. how my kids doing? Wonderful to have you guys here. Just please bear with me. I'm trying to share this broadcast on my timeline. I never leave. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Just gonna enjoy the music. Oh, Juma, how are you, darling? Lovely having you guys here. You saw my the update a few days ago. I'm sure you'll be thinking, oh my God, what's going on here? Alashola, don't worry. Let me share this broadcast and then I will come and tell you what happened. And today we're talking about one of our mothers. She was a first king. That would be that. I mean, if a queen is a female that has a king. But when hello Yetunde, how are you, darling? When during that time, don't worry. I don't want to. Let me just share this first, and I'll come back to you, lovely people. Today is gonna be wonderful. This is probably for the next few weeks. I'm going to be talking about, our mothers, simply because when you look at history, like the person that the great woman that I'll be talking about here today, I think it was only recently, like a year ago, that they made a movie in her name, telling, and I'm sure most of the part of the movie wasn't actually actual events. So, because when you look back at history, especially in Africa, you see, hardly you will see them celebrate female that are, they came, they did more than having kids, being cooking. Thank you, darling. My Juma, thank you, darling. They did more than cooking or having kids or just being bedmates. They did more than that. You see, like one of our yummies that will be telling our tale today. I feel blessed. I'm very, very proud to be able to come here today and and speak on her behalf. And I hope that I'll try and do the best that I can, so that she'll be proud of me. That Alashola, thank you, my baby girl. Thank you, child. You see, because when you have a child. It's not only the child don't only have, oh, Laide, how are you, my darling? Oh, how are you, my darling? Baba Miniel. You see, my fathers are, they're coming here now. You see, when you have a child, it's not only a father that a child would have, or maybe just a mother. It takes two, isn't it? So for that child to be a complete, being, as in when they were young, raising them. Both parents, it would be good if they are, what shall I call me, Baba me, when they are, able to play their part in the child and the life of that child. You see, even if they're not there, dead or alive, nothing can change the fact that they are that this child, I'm saying down here, my mom, is passed on, you see. Well, there's no a day that goes by that I don't think or talk up to her. I'm a father. So when you look at history sometimes, and then you see the way our mothers, they've just been ignored. It's almost as if they're never there, you see. And sometimes I love my fathers, don't get me wrong. I love my brothers and my sons. I have to, I can 2 sons of my own. So it's not about, and I'm very, very close to my father, So you can imagine, I'm born in a palace royal family, so you can't escape that. But what I found unfair is the fact that the way women have been treated is not right, you see. And then when this is going on, when you have a community or society where one part is not being, recognized for their part or their role, what you're going to see, very soon things will start to go downhill. Take, for example, in Africa, you see. So that is why my life is about fairness. How are you, my darling? And it's so lovely to have you. Wonderful people here, you see. But today we're talking about Orompoto. She was the first female Alaafin of Oyo Empire, you see. I'm sure probably a lot of people you've never even heard about her. But this my Iyami is here that I'm talking about today, that I'm talking about her with great pride. Gives me pleasure to be able to come here, and I just hope that I'll come here today and do the best that I can, that she'll be looking down on me. I'm thinking, child, I'm so proud of you. You see, what happened was I'll tell you the intro and how everything unfolded, and and also the way things are still here, the way it is in Africa. Okay, if you think about women, some will say, oh, the weaker sex. Some will say blah blah blah. You see, but with their weaker sex or whatever, they are the one that they get back to us. You see, they raised us, even though we have our father there, and which I love, and we do respect all the time, because they've all been there for me. But at the same time, I cannot ignore my mothers. And sometimes especially if you see Africa today, if you see the way things are going over there, some of the men, the way they treat the women, I'm telling you, in the Western world, even if an animal gets treated like that, the police will arrest that person. Hey, you tell me, my darling, how are you, sweetie? Oh my God, my wife is here. Mrs. Akipelu is here. Lovely to have you here, my sweetheart. How my baby's doing? Anyways, as I was saying, so today I am going to, tell us about her tale, her stories. Maybe the hope is that we would probably learn one thing or the other, and take that with us also. And then we might want to do more research. How are you, Yomi, about our history? Because I believe that if you don't know where you are from, you don't have a complete picture of who you are. You see. So today I it's with great pride, and I'm sure for the next few weeks I'm going to be coming here, and I'm going to be talking about our mothers that have played a big role in history in Africa, and to support to make it what it is today. In fact, if they were the one in charge, they probably would have done it better. I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect my fathers, but I'm telling you today that if this continue like this, how are you, darling? Kemi, lovely to see you, my darling. So today is about Oronpoto. You see, Africa has been described as a place where it is forbidden for a woman to lead the affair of society. That was what I was saying earlier on. You see, it's forbidden. It's almost as if they don't see you as a human being. For me, in my younger days, from very young, because I was born to a royal family, and I will see this when we get to the palace, and then I will always say to them that I'm gonna, when I grow up, I'm gonna marry 4 husbands, and I will say I'm gonna be the king, and my husband will be the wives, and then they will say to me, Shade, don't talk like that. You can't say that you are a girl. I said, no, I'm a girl, but if Kabiyesi can get, that's the king, that's my granddad. Now my uncle is there. I'm thinking in my head, even from very young, I was probably around 5 years old. So they knew then that they had a rebel on their hand. So I was thinking, okay, if Kabiyesi can get away with it, what's stopping me? And then they said, because you're going to grow up to be a woman, you know, it's not happy, you know, it's not that's not the way it's done. I said, well, that's what I'm going to do. That I'm going to, all I need to do is to, I have a lot of money. As soon as I have a lot of money, I will build, like, just like what Kabiyesi did, build like a chalet for each of them, and they'll be living there, and I'll have children for all of them. And I'll look after them. They'll be laughing, you know, so much, you know, because lovely to have you here, Rhonda. Lovely, you know, wonderful people. And, you know, but that was just me, you know. You can see from this tale that I'm talking about, Oronpoto today, her name is Orompoto, you know. So back then in the days, and I believe it's still like that up to now, women are forbidden, you know, to lead the affair of society, and most especially in royalty. You see, you're born into a royal family, like I'm born into a royal family. You know, then you can't, you know, even if you are the first child or whatever, you can't. They're gonna go past you and give it to your younger, if you have a younger brother, because you're a female. You are, you know, as a matter of fact, I think somewhere in Igbo land, just recently they changed the law that I think in the past, a female, you know, child, when their father died, they don't have a right to the inheritance. You see, so I think it was recently they changed that law, you know, and that's just inheritance. We're not even talking about title or anything. And I believe the Igbos, from what the news, what I, you know, heard in the news, 50% of them are still angry, actually, that, you know, why would they want to change that? You know, a female child do not have any claim. She shouldn't have any claim to her father's property or inheritance. You can imagine that, which is but if the mom, one of the parents was the mom, and she happens to be a rich woman, and she left property, then the male son can share in that. Anyway, I don't want to mix that with what I'm just giving that like an example of what that is still happening. Nelson, lovely to see you here, my handsome brother. Oh, Remy, lovely to see you, beautiful people. Sorry, I might not be able to mention everyone's name, because I really want us to, I want us to, you know, I want to tell this story, you know, the way it should, and then, you know, we female should be proud of Oronpoto, and maybe we could learn one or two things. And for our fathers that are watching, our brothers, and you know, to have some more. Lovely to have you here. You see, the Edos do that too. You see, that's you know, Kemi, look at that. So because there's no way, the world is changing. Obama said that, and we have to change with it. You see, otherwise it would not have. For me personally, each and every time that I go back home, like now they are talking about Duduwa state or no Duduwa, I'm not interested, because I'm thinking to myself, you can't. I'm going to kick a bit of Yoruba here and there, because you're thinking whatever the support you give, the moment they get whatever they you know they wanted, then the next thing is you are the one they're going to come and attack you, and let you know that as a matter of fact you are a woman. You're not meant to have any role. However, when they were fighting for that thing, they would come begging you. They will, you know, to just for your support. So, you know, when we have a society that continues like that, you cannot have the best of everyone, because for women like me, I already made up my mind. You know, I'm strong-willed like that. If I don't want to do anything, no one can make me to do it. You'll just be looking at them. I don't give a monkey, pardon my language. Gbogbo ọba àfọ́dànù tó bá fẹ́ wó kó wó. If the only want to go to blazes, I don't give a damn. You see, and if you ask me why, I'll tell you. You know what, papa, you know, bugger off. You see, if you pardon my language, you know, because you look at the unfairness of everything, and then just like this Oronpoto here. But history has left some African states, listen to that, with no choice than to forcefully accept the rule of a woman. One of them is Oronpoto. You see, you can even see the way that was, you know, put there, that history has forced them. So it wasn't something they wanted. As a matter of fact, it's something they despise. They wish that it never happens. And I'm sure that is the reason why this story that I'm, talking about here today happens over 400 years ago. And since then, no one, I think it's only recently, like a year or two, that they made it into a movie. She did this, she did that. As a matter of fact, she died, fighting for her people. I'll come to that towards the end of this video. You see, but they don't want to mention that. It's almost as if all your effort, no matter how hard you work or you put into it, it's as if you are nothing. You see, and when that continues, people like me, you call me Yami's seeds, then I'm going to resent that. And I'm going to think if you call me to come and join, Oronpoto, you want me to come and join your state list, something to support, I'm going to tell you to piss off. Go and, bugger off. I'm not interested also. If you want to destroy it, so be it. If you're lucky, you don't need better, I don't give a damn either. Because you've seen in history, and you can see that's what's still going on here right now. And it's bad. Anyway, I'll finish about Oronpoto, then I'll come and add a bit of my own experience. The reason why I put the update that I did a few days ago, and just to back it up, that it's still very much like that. You see, if you are a female, I tend to tell people the reason why I don't go to church is because I don't want anyone to tell me how to live my life. I don't want to until I see my pastor before I know if I have a husband, if I can sleep with my husband this week, or if I shouldn't. I don't want to be told how to run the affairs of my life. If I want someone to order me around, then I'll be going to church. My spirituality is only unique to myself alone, because I don't have a middleman between me and the universe. If I happen to hang with, thank you, my darling Ojumo. If I happen to have like a cheshe, if they're doing any celebration, you see me there, I'm just there to celebrate with them. Probably that's one of my orishas that I love. Then you'll see me in attendance. It's not because they are going so that the person running it can give me one juju, or you are there to give me, you pay my bills, or you are going. No. You see, I try to do my life in such a way, because of when I started this journey, I could see there are a lot of women that started also just halfway they are gone now. Why? Because they will have relationship with this and that. It's so bad that when a woman you're there, or you're climbing the ladder of spirituality, or actually when in Africa, or power or whatever, you see, the majority of the men, apart from my fathers and my brother that are here, some of them think they're waiting for the way. They're waiting on the way how they're going to destroy you. They're waiting for how they're going to crush you. And that is why I've been celebrating now over 6 years. And that's how I'm going to be for the rest of my life. Because, it's not only because of the issue with men, but it's also to do with my, my spirituality, what I do, how I do what I do. You see. But when you see the way they, it's not because when you go to somewhere, I want to sleep with. No, bugger off. You see, and I tend to be like that. No. When you are there, you're just there to celebrate this orisha. Maybe it's Yemoja, maybe it's Oshun. Oshun, she's my mother. I love all my orishas. I believe they are my ancestors. They came before me. Without them, there wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be sitting down here. You see, so when I see someone that I believe you're on my path and you are doing the celebration, you invite me and I tend to come. You see. But some of them will think that, when you go there, it's because they have something to offer that you need. You see. I have, my spirituality is only unique to me. I know how to talk to the universe. I know how to go about it. You see. And so therefore, if I hang out somewhere with Onisheshe, it's just to celebrate that Orisha, nothing more. I don't expect nothing. I'm not looking to get anything. I don't need your prick. I don't need your money. You can bugger off with it. You see, pardon me. It's sometimes when you get like that, it's because of the way our men. I'll come to that. Anyway, this Oronpoto, as we were saying earlier on. So the chiefs were first. They were forced. It wasn't something that they embrace or they want to happen. What happened then was that the Oyo Empire is one of the foremost empire in West Africa. The wealth was gained from trade, as in buying and selling. You see, it is, and that was back then. Up till now, it's still a big empire. But for the time I'm talking about, 15 something, they were at the forefront of everything. Is as in, when you're talking about Africa, it is power. There was gained from trade, and it's powerful cavalry. They are soldiers. They have difference between Yemoja and Omoshun. Okay, Kemi, I will answer that. Let me just finish this, my darling. They are all Orisha, female goddess. Goddesses, but Yemoja is different. So if you are Omoshun, don't let me mix it up, Kemi. Let me just, and I'll answer that. I promise. You see. So, but Alaafin Ojun is Orompoto. What we were told, history told us, she ruled the Oyo Empire in the 16th century. Speculatively from 1554 to 1562. That was the year that she Oronpoto was the daughter of Alaafin Ofiran and granddaughter of Alaafin Onigbogi. Now both took Alaafin, both rulers of Oyo in their time. So you can tell now that our father was a king, our grandfather was also a king. I believe in the Oyo Empire they only have one ruling family. Not like some other tribes, or like where I come from, where the one we have in Shara, we have three ruling houses in the Shararemo, and then we are the one. My uncle is actually the king right now as I speak. So we pray that the king lives long, and then after he's passed on, it would be the turn of one of the other ruling house, and then that one finish their reign, it will be the third of So I think the three ruling houses, but in your empire, they only have one, you see. And so when her father died, Oronpoto, this great woman we're talking about here today, when her father died, her brother, Prince Egun something, succeeded his father. However, the brother died at a young age. So when the dad passed on, then the reign was handed over to the brother. I believe that would probably be an older brother for Oronpoto. But unfortunately, this young guy didn't live long. So therefore, our other remaining brothers were very young. They were too young, as such, couldn't assume the throne at the time. As a result, Oronpoto was left with a role as a regent. Obviously, so prior to her, you are a regent, even though you are royal, like I said, and still like that today. My mother, she was a regent, which she passed on because it was a younger brother that got on the throne. It's still there now, my uncle. Even though my mom was older than him, if my mom would have been a male child, she probably would have been the king. But even though it went past my mom and went to my uncle. So that was the way it was then. But in the case of this Oronpoto, the two younger brothers that were male, they were too young. So they couldn't they couldn't assume the throne. Anyway, the decision did not sit well with the Council of Chiefs. You see, as there had been no female rulers in the history of the kingdom. You see, this is what we're talking about. They probably were thinking, what the hell is this? So, if your father died, and your brother didn't live long, and now the two younger brother they are too young, but you as a female, no way. How can that be possible? You must be having a laugh. I think that's what they were saying. Now, Oronpoto, this great woman we're talking about here today, she was someone that very strong-willed, very, very strong-headed. You see, I think she probably had obviously her granddad was Shango, which is red. Probably had a lot of that fire in her, and she said, no, this. And so I think at that point, the chiefs decided to contemplate passing the royal crown, whatever, to another ruling house. Something that had never happened before. So obviously, Oronpoto started to think that, oh my God, this is not going to happen. How are you, Said? How are you, my baby? Oh, that's my baby brother there. Mwah, mwah. Love you. Sorry, guys. I just couldn't help that. That's my baby there. And as I was saying, so I thought, look, okay, this is the situation. I'm a female, but I'm still going to rule anyway. So let's just, I'll continue. So Oronpoto was strong-willed and insisted that she was the only link to the dynasty and had to sit on the throne. Now, in a bid to defend her family rights, the princess Oronpoto asked to prove. Now the chiefs and the elders, now say, okay, if we're not saying you cannot carry on your father or your family's whatever, but if you can prove to us, it's only a male that can assume that role. If you can prove to us in 7 days, than which we are going to check. Hello, Baba Mitzma, lovely to have you. Wonderful people here. We're going to check your breast. We're going to see how that's going to disappear in 7 days. And you must have a willy as well in 7 days. If you cannot prove all of this to us, well, you can bugger off. As a matter of fact, you must have been wasting our time. That she was a man, she had to prove to them in 7 days. And that was the only hindrance she had, to her, being a king or queen, whatever you want to call it. The chief asked her to prove her masculinity and stripped naked at the palace. Can you imagine such? She had to, what the hell? Hold on. So the princess Oronpoto started wearing male clothing after the meeting. Also, on the day, you can imagine, so they've given her 7 days. That, okay, you said this is your family right, and you whatever they need to for them to for you to prove that you are able to stand up to the task. So they are saying that, okay, what we want you to prove, love you my darling, is in 7 days we're going to be back. We come back to the palace, and you're going to have to strip naked, because we want you. There's some part of your body, because that's the only thing that's stopping you from being a king or queen, which i.e. your breast must have disappeared somehow. And not only that, you must have a big willy, pardon my language, not maybe like a long one. Sorry, they didn't say the size. That's just me there. Sorry, guys. It just have to be. Sorry, my fathers, I don't want to disrespect. Anyway, on the day Oronpoto, that's the queen or the king, she mounted the podium and removed her cap to reveal her hair, which had been cut low. So they said, okay, you have a cap on, you removed your hair, so now you have a low cut hairstyle. So anybody could do that. That doesn't make you a man. That doesn't make you fit enough to get on that throne. Can you just? Then she went ahead to show her chest. She probably had a big boob like me before, which was now flat and still. Now we're talking power here. This Oronpoto, I need to say this before I go any further. She, from when she was born, I think it was even before they gave birth to her, the dad was already told that they're going to have a child, that child would attain to be the king. The father wasn't thinking anything special about that, because, I mean, obviously it's going to be one of the children that would, when the dad passed on, would become the king. But I'm sure the king wasn't thinking about being a female child. He probably thought that one of the male child, that if I is always right, if I never lies, you see. So, but when the father said that, look, this child we're talking about, she's going to be more than that. Because also that the power that she has, this is someone that she gets angry, she should scream, the fire would come out of her mouth, stuff would happen. So there's a lot of stuff that what they try to manage her from very young age not to get angry, because when she's angry, bad things happen. You see, so she's someone that was born with this power. You see, so I believe the reason why she was able to stand up to the chiefs was because she knew that nothing you guys are going to ask me that I will not be able to provide. Just name it, name your price. You see, just say it. So I think it was that confidence that she had in herself, knowing who she really is, the power that she has, that, look, whatever it is, I'm equal to the task. So when the chiefs and the elders, they were coming up with all this demand, she was ready. So the flat, now we knew the hair is gone low cut. Our chest is now flat and still. Now the elders were not one. They were still not impressed. So they were saying, okay, now your boobs disappear, it's flat. So what? You have a low cut. Yes, that doesn't see. So they weren't really impressed with that until she finally removed her trousers. And according to oral history, and this is in Ifa as well, the chiefs were not only saw a penis, but they also saw a scrotum sacs. That is the balls, 2 balls, big one, dropping with 2 egg sac in it. So it's not only, when we have transgender here these days, I've never seen one apart from when you're looking in a documentary. You see, I have my punani and my boobs, so I don't know. But from from in the news and documentary that I've seen, you see women that they wanted to change to be, I'm talking about transgender. They wanted to be male, and I think they probably used some skin around there to make something. There's no way it will not be like the real thing. So, but that wasn't what we are talking here with Oronpoto. When she took off her trouser, her penis was, there was no trace of any vagina being there at all. It was all like a male, the way a proper male should be. You see. Now, at this point, everyone dropped on their chests in prostration, and she got enthroned as Alaafin Oronpoto. You see, from the moment they saw this, all the chief, they all prostrated for her. Kábíyèsí. You see, the ilẹ̀ pẹpẹ ní ẹ fẹ́ rí oko, ẹ ti rí oko, ẹ fẹ́ rẹ́pọ̀n, ẹ ti rẹ́pọ̀n, kò ní yé yín. You see, so you want to see penis, now you see penis, then what now? So they don't have any other choice, you see, than to she got enthroned as Alaafin Oronpoto of Oyo Kingdom, of Great Oyo Kingdom. You can see during her reign, I'm going to go just a little bit further of what she did, how she fought for her people, what length, she what a sacrifice. You see, the first time I watched this movie about this great, I cried. You see, I don't want to get upset in this video. I cried. Sorry, guys. You see, because when you see all the hard work, everything she did, this is somebody that she I think she died a virgin. She never really experienced talk less of having a child, or sacrificed everything, and still history it was as if they were reluctant to even tell her story. And I think it's unfair. You see, it's stuff like this. Some people, when they see me angry, or when I'm going on Alashola, she's thinking, they are treating women unfairly. She's going to change the world. She want to kill all the men in the world. No, I don't. That's my baby brother here. I love him to bits. He's, it's my father. I have sons. I have, fathers, uncles, that I love so much, because I know they got my back. They're 24/7. They are there for me. You see, and I always try the best that I can not to disappoint them. But also, they probably understand what I'm going on about also, because it's just unfair. You see, that is because you have boobs, you have your punani, and that makes you less of a person. But this punani, if I don't have it, how will I be able to breastfeed my child? How will I be able to call myself a woman? If I don't have my punani, what would my husband put something into for me to get pregnant? It's not everyone that have sex because of the fun. Someone will have kids. People like me, I think I was never really born to have a husband. To be honest with you. That's why I can be celibate for over 6 years now. That's how I'm going to be for the rest of my life. You see. But I love children. I love people. You see. So the other people, so if I don't have what to feed my children when I have them, well, how would I feed them? You see. So that stuff like that shouldn't make me a lesser person, because I have what I need for me to continue, for human race to continue, for us to multiply. I don't see that should be sanctioned or should be judged or that should make me a lesser person. And that's what I'm fighting for, you see. So this Oronpoto, as we were saying, during her reign, Oronpoto was known for her use of horses in military combat. You see, very brave, very, very courageous woman, because she was a skilled rider herself. In 1557, I always want to have my fact right. Oronpoto went as far as Timbuktu, that's another part of Africa, to import horses that is down to Alaafin, Oyo, for her renowned cavalry, and employ over thousands archers on horses back to shoot the enemies with poison arrows. So when she got to be this king, she got the power. All the soldiers, all the horses they were using before, they weren't good enough, because she knew that when you have wars, you need to be ready, over ready, because you know what you have. But she has inherited this great cavalry. But when you have cavalry, you need to have a weapon to fight also, and not only fight, you need to be skillful. You need to be smart. How you're going to strategize, you see. Otherwise, you're just going to war. You have a gun, but you need to have that upstairs, and she has all of this. So Oronpoto also masterfully devised an ingenious way of moving her warriors to attack enemies. Imagine this. I love this. She would put foot soldier in front. See, assuming you are going to war now, she will put the foot soldier at the front and the cavalry men behind. The reason why she would do this, she probably has maybe 1,000 foot soldiers. They will be at the front, and then the cavalry men, the guys with the horses, maybe we're looking at another 3,000. Those will be at the back. And then what she will now do is she will put broad leaves were tied on the horses' tails. So you take this broad leaf, and don't forget that the cavalrymen, the footmen, they are already at the front, the cavalry at the back. So the tail now, Babami Ajala, they will tied on the horses. That's the leaves. So the reason why she would do that is because so that when they went fighting, the leaves would sweep the ground after them to cover trails of the horses, so that when the enemies are coming, obviously that's probably one of the, if you know that, oh my God, you're looking for your enemy, and some of the what they would probably look at was the footprints. If they could see, okay, we could see that's the horses print there. Those are men. I'm sure they can follow you. That will give them lead to where you are. So she doesn't want this to be like that. So the leaves will sweep the floor after them. So what the enemies coming, when they get there, there's no trail, there's no sign. You see, Alaafin Ajim Oronpoto died. I don't want to. I think we're coming to the end of our life here. But from this, what we then found out was that I think before she went to the last war, the one that she lost her life, you see, was what the tale we had was that despite the fact that she didn't have any boyfriend or anything like that. For what history told her was she met this guy, and then that's why sometimes when you are a woman, you see, and you are powerful, or maybe you still need the approval of a man. Pardon my language, guys. I always need the support of my fathers, my brothers, my friends. Just not because I can't live my life. I can, but there are people that I love so much, and when they are happy what I do, likewise they will ask me too, and that makes me, I don't know, maybe the baby in me, my 5-year-old that is still inside of me. You see, like my younger brother here now, I would always want, not that I can't do stuff, but I want to do stuff that will make him happy. You see, and I'm sure he always tried to do that also with me and Timmy, so it's just about respecting. I think it's a love thing there, so I think with Oronpoto, like I was saying, the last battle she went, where she lost her life, prior to that, she had met this guy. I believe the guy was, from what we were told, The guy was another soldier that was wounded somewhere. Anyway, she was going with a cavalry, and they saw this guy. You can tell he was a strong warrior, but he was wounded. He was probably near dying, you see. And then something said to help him. You see, when I think about that, I'm just thinking in my head, oh my God, why didn't you just continue going and let him die? Forgive me, guys, because it was the one that finally betrayed her. You see, so when I look at that part, and then what she did, she did was, was, I think at that time, just to help, told one cavalry to carry the guy, put him on the horse, let's take him, to because he had her own town, looked after this guy, treated his wound, he became stronger, and he left. I think something happened, that something she never experienced before, was that there was this guy was started to tell tale, thank you so much for helping me. I'm sure that was where, and he went on to say, he's a very powerful man also, that this kind of power, he could do this, he could do that, this is the source of his power. He was telling Oronpoto. So I believe a bit of relationship started there. So what she didn't know was that the tale the guy has told her was all lie. They were false tale. They were about, just to try to, it's almost as if someone lying to you to retrieve the truth from you. And don't pirate from your you see, someone that's lying to you, but they're saying, making the story out as if they are telling you the truth. It's almost as if they are telling you their secret, in the hope that you too would probably, and now you've got stuff going on that, okay, by the way, you told me that, as a matter of fact, if this is what I've got myself, this is my secret also. I think that was a mistake that she made there. So she told him that there's something at the back, in her back, but it's something you can't see it. It's not visible. But that thing, every time she's going to shower, she had to remove it. And then, I think when she's going to shower, or when when it started to rain, she have to go somewhere, could take it off and hide it somewhere. That as long as that thing is on her, she's got that on her back. Obviously you can't see it. There's nothing anyone can do. You can shoot all your gun, you can do whatever. She can change to be anything. So she told him this mistake, this. So this guy, I think what we were told one day, when she went to the shower, and obviously he knew that she's going to remove that thing. So before she came out, he went into that and took it and ran. So Oronpoto knew immediately that something. So you can imagine, a big war started. The guy ran back to his own town. He wanted to be using Oronpoto. Then the elders, the Yamis, came and told Oronpoto that what we told you, we warned you, child, that men are not to be trusted. You see, okay, but he said, I thought he loved me. And that I've not shown. There's nothing the moment I knew him was that I've done shown him was love. And they said, child, we warned you. Anyway, what they then did was to try to retrieve that thing from the guy, and Shango went after the guy. We all know Shango, because Oronpoto was Shango's granddaughter. The guy lost his life. His hometown was destroyed. His father, John Shango, went crazy, just destroyed that town. But Oronpoto was never the same after that. You see, after that time. So it was after that we learned that she went to this war, the Alaafin Oronpoto. She died in the Battle of Ilai in 1562, fighting for her people. You see. It was after that incident. Prior to that, all the battles she went, there was no way you couldn't get to her. And all her soldiers, she would take them to war. She would bring all of them back. No, whatever wounded or dead or whatever, she would always bring them back. You see, but it was from that thing when the moment that happened. That was you, darling. It was when that happened. Then she went to this war with Ilai in 1562, fighting for her people. Even to the moment she passed on, she was right at the front. You see, She was right at the front from what history told us. Or your empire, that war, they lost almost all their men from when she went down. You see. So, and that was the story of Oronpoto. You can see when you look at stuff like that and you read it. Like I said, the first time I read about her, I cried, but I was saying, Mama, very brave, very, very brave. You see, those are my heroine. My mother's like that, very, very strong. My mother that gave back, very strong. I came from a long line of strong women and men. You see, so when you have story like this, and then you can see the world we're living in right now. I remember early on in my journey, and then I would want to go to parties or when they are doing sheshe, and then my yamis, the Shoromone guys, they would say to me, "Child, don't go there, don't mingle with them." I say, I want to go. You know, Lord, I want to have friends like everyone else. I want to go to party. They say, oh, they're not like that. From the moment they find out who you are, they want to come and destroy you, child. That's what they always say to me. I said, but I'm not in a relationship with any of them. I'm just going there to. There was one they were doing I think it was Batala. I said, I want to go. I love Batala. I want to go. They say, I want to go to Batala. They say, okay. At least I said, I'm not. It's not. I don't have any relationship with any of the men. They are my father or my kinikon. They said, the mother said, okay, if you want to go. But for what I know now, not that I won't still not go to when they are doing stuff like that. But now I pick. Now the mother said to me, they said, now you see what we're talking about. I said, yes. You see. Because there was one incident that happened recently. That even if you see your friend, your Onisheshi, you have your whatever. I'm not depending on you for anything. There's no juju that you have that I need. That I don't always already know. And the mother will say to me, don't. I said, but they said this person is like this. This one is like that. I said, now I know who they are. So obviously, when they want to start their madness, I will just remove myself. The mother said, okay, just be careful, But me, I just want to, when they are doing sheshe like that, I want to mingle. I just want to celebrate, I love sheshe so much. I love all my orishas, you see. And then what I then found out was, the closer you move to these people, is that you find out that they don't even love this orisha that they are meant to. The very thing that you see, that for example, that I see in them, that made me move closer to them was because, okay, maybe you have Obatala or you have Shango, because I have my own Shango, I have my own issue. Then I'm thinking, oh my God, that's my sibling from my daddy issue, from my Obatala, you see. But what I found out was majority of these our people that they're saying they are into Sheshe these days, I'm already Danny. When you move closer to them, it's not about that Orisha anymore. It's about themselves. Most of them, it's about who's senior who is a guy of who, and the bottom line is they are all looking for people to enslave. You see, it's almost as if what they said the pastors are doing in the church. They are looking for, initially they are going to start off good. You think you met someone that obviously this is herbs. This is just this is just homemade that so I have, what is it? I got to more, they don't know it. They have to pay more money, and so I'm not looking to get or to take nothing from any of them. You see, but somehow what they now do to people is, before you know it, they want to slot you into a place. They will now be my there. They will demand, before you know it, they'll turn you to a donkey. My Gwenny. You see, they want to be my Dalo there. They just use it on it. They will slowly slave you. Just like what we had that's going on in church these days. You see, the pastor, there was a woman here in London that was telling a tale that she met this the pastor was actually her dad, the pastor was a friend, blah blah blah, and so she thought, okay, let me start to celebrate with them. Oh, they are doing this church, blah blah blah. She said before she knew it, she went home The next thing she knew, they would call her. They needed £2,000 for canopy. They needed £1,000 to buy cement. They needed another £4,000. This woman said, before she knew it, she was working like normal business, but nothing to show for it. This was someone that she had I think she had a Mercedes Benz. And there was a time she had a Jeep. What's this Jeep? The man Jeep, you know. I remember, beautiful ones. She said she sold that, and the plan she had was to buy. Hello, darling, Queenette, lovely to see you, beautiful. Oh, I love you, baby. She said the plan was for her to buy another Jeep. She said before she knew it, all of that money, including the sale from her previous Jeep, and as a savings, she was sending everything to them. She said over a period of, was it 2 years or 3 years? She ended up just using a banger here in London. She said she ended up buying this car for £250. Someone, and she was working back to back. You see, she said from when they will call her £1,000, £2,000. She said if it's only time she will have peace is when she sent that money. That the moment they call her, that look, we need this amount of money. She said she well, my Lord Genie, she's going to steal it, she's going to borrow it. If she had to find it one way or the other. You see. So it was recently, I think a few weeks ago, this came to light. It was a big thing on social media. You can check it out. I can actually share it on Alashala. You see, when you see that happens in the church. And then when you look at all these HSA, African traditional leaders or people, that you are meant to, and then you will feel, okay, I'm not going to church. I'm doing my spirituality my own way, like someone like me. Yeah, I don't need anyone to give me any or share or anything, because I can make it myself. You see, 3 years, Kemi, thank you. You see, 3 good years she was working back to back, but all the money she made was going. As she's taking it from the employer, she was sending it down to Nigeria. She's sending it to Nigeria. 3 years of working like nothing to show for it. You see, so that's happening in the church. And you think, okay, you don't want to be part of that. You want to do Isheshe because that's my own spirituality. That's my ancestors. That's the old way. I don't need anyone between me or Yoshun. You see, if I happen to be around people that's Oshun, that's okay. If not, I know how to talk to my mom. I know how to call my orishas, and they answer me. You see, so and then you now see this Onisheshe, the traditionalists, that you think, they are the same thing. Oh, let me move close to them. You are making a big mistake. Not that you don't, but you be careful. You be cautious. You have awareness. So when they want to start their fuckery, you quickly do what? You block them off. Period. There was one like that, I think I went to, and he said to me, Alashala, you don't want anyone to control you. And I'm like, that's what I put on my wall. I'm thinking, this person must be sick in the head. Control me. Do I look like your wife? If I want someone to control me, I'll be going to church. I'll get myself a pastor that will tell me the day to eat, the day I should sleep with my husband, if I have one or not. The reason why I'm on this path is so that I am a free spirit. I want to come and go as I like. I do my spirituality the way I want to do it. You're not going to tell me stand up today, say this that tomorrow, stand up today. You see? You see, I've come too far from where I was to where I am today to be taking, rubbish like that. Mo jẹ̀yà ni. Kò ń ṣe ìyà, not when you say jìyà, not that for feeding or clothing. No. Of sleepless nights. Oh my God. Of going on journeys. It took me years, a lot of sacrifice for me to be able to have what I am today. And I'm still learning. I'm still a baby in the spiritual world. Part of it is I've been celibating now for almost 6 years. So you think I'm going to go all of that way? That's sacrifice. And for one idiot to now be telling me what to do, I'm saying, Alashola, can you? I'll tell you to piss off. Koni ye? You know, it will not be better for you. I don't normally cause, I don't go like that. But when I'm thinking, kill over for me. She ain't got to commodity. That's why some when I'm back home sometimes, the reason why I don't go and visit some kings, great men, they are my fathers. But it's because of the people that are surrounding them. You see, no. So when you know they are like that, then you guys, I'll become like a two parallel line that can never meet. They'll take left, I will go right. Everybody my law not here. You see, you see, when you come too far, you invest so much, a lot of hard work, and even, you know what? What really hurts most is that these people, if they are what they are saying don't represent, if they are actually that's the way they are, then it will not be hard. You see, respect, they forget that you earn it. You can't just tell someone like me to come and respect you when I know you are rubbish. I'll tell you where to go. Koshilo. You see, you earn respect is what you do. You see, moving closer to them, the very Orisha that you guys said, the reason why I even close, I can see half of the time they hardly even mention this Orisha. It's all about themselves. How they're going to get this, how they senior this, how that one is the junior one. Fight all the time before our master and before you say anything, they'll be doing voodoo to you, they'll be sending rubbish to you like that. And you start to think, what the hell is this? And you want me to respect you? Master of my way, Jackpani, follow. You see, respect, you earn it. It's not when you know that the power that you say you have is you are using for, and this year you're looking for 5 or 6 women you want to use for sacrifice to maintain your position or the more wealth you have. To me, that's not power. You see, because those women that you're using, 6, 7 of them, okay, so even if they died, that would have been, that's bad as it is. Majority of the time, they will leave them. They will still be they will still be above. They are living. They don't have nothing on them anymore. They are gone. They are living dead. And I see them. This is what I know that you do. And me being a female, and I'm going to actually come and respect you for that. You might be having a laugh. You see, so because if truly you want me to respect you, you have that connection with the universe. You make good things happen without harming anyone. There's a way we do this. I do appeasement for my orishas at Alaafin and everywhere that I do, But when the moment you have to make somebody's life miserable, or offer a party one day, or you want to ruin their life for you to be something or somebody, then I'm not going to respect you. I don't see you as a spiritual. You're not on the same path that I am on. Simple as ABC. If you someone's going to have to cry, someone's life is ruined for you to be where you are. And some of them, can you imagine? So they need 7 women in a year. Every year, so if someone like that get to live like 80 years, he can 7 women for 80 years. Come on. All because you want to be what? You see? So this is, if you see me when I come out like that, it's because of this stuff that I see. That is why, you know me, I'm like when my Shango energy, I believe it, I probably wouldn't have, say nothing for months. One day when I've had enough, that's it. That's it. I'll just blow me. What the hell is this? You see, when I just couldn't take it anymore. You're like, and you see them going around with white clothes, white agbada, ileke, all rubbish. If you see what they are, the white don't come close. In fact, there's no other color of any clothing that come close to how evil they are. And this I know for a fact. You see. So when you're talking about spirituality, my own spirituality is unique to me. You see, we're talking about the universe, talking about astral traveling, we're talking about Miami's, we're talking about frequency. vibration. You see, crystal stones, light, 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 beautiful light. You know, there was one back in the days when there was a guy that I dated. He's still my friend. It's just that we don't date anymore. He said to me one day, say, Shas, yes. I'm talking about over 7 years now. Shade, oh, it would have been good. Thank you, darling. It would have been good if, I love your white energy. That is my Yami's energy. Very proud of Oronpoto seed. Very, very proud. I'm proud of my mothers anytime, anywhere. And he said to me, oh, it would have been good if we just have only the white energy alone. I was like this. I said, okay. I said, why? He said to me, it's just that, I said, what about my red? What has my red done to you? He said, it's nothing, but just that, it would have been good if it's just the white energy that you have. Can you imagine that? So I said to him, you must be crazy. Oti yawere. Tipe you are oti yawere. See? Why? So if only my white energy, that's all I have, so that you can cheat me, you can take what belongs to me, and I won't be able to fight you. But you can't do that with me. Because if you do that, I will use my red energy and I'll come after you. And when that happens, it's not a joking matter. You see? You can imagine that. It's almost as if someone said to you that, oh, that of your mom and your dad, it would have been good if it was only your dad that gave birth to you, that your mom wasn't the one that gave birth to you. Imagine that. Why? You see? So they want to change stuff around you. Why? What happened with my red energy? Because I can stand up for myself if I have to. I practice a defensive magic. I'm about peace and love and light. But when you come and attack me, trust me, I will finish it. You see, that's why I always practice defensive magic. It's about love, love, love. So when someone said that, you can imagine. And is that someone? And that's a man. So Oti Wodada is thought about it. Only God knows what he had, what level. Obviously, he found out the kind of person that I am, and that was what said that. That Shaz, that would have been wonderful if all you have is just a white energy, white yamis. I said, really? No, Tom. You see, because he knew that there's no way he's going to treat me badly, that the mothers will not come after. And my red mothers, they don't joke around. They don't joke around. They don't mess with their babies. They on my finish any. They don't mess. So if all he wanted was just love, nothing attached, nothing like planning to do something bad to me, then why would he be saying that? He should embrace that with me. If his mind to me was pure, if he didn't have nothing planned along the line that he wanted to get away with, then kilo fire. What brought that on? We should both celebrate it and say, okay, we're in love, we're together, either whatever, we have this power together, No, it's already thinking that you're probably thinking, this woman, if not because of this red, only in white, those ones, they have money, you take the money from them, you can't do, they're always about, I don't want to fight. But that red is not, so that's Shango. So you take that, they'll come after you. There are consequences. To every action, there's a reaction. That's why you see this world, people, they want to treat you the way they want to treat you, either good or bad. And they don't want any, they don't want any consequences. They want to come and go and, turn your life to ruin or make it good and still get away with it. You see, it shouldn't be like that. So that was what I was saying. I love my father so much, and my brothers, and it's just that if you want, we all have a lot to offer each other, in this world. That if I'm going to be thinking that I don't feel appreciated, and I'm going to be thinking If you come for me, and I'm going to tell you, I might not say it out. I'm thinking, what's the point? Well, Jera, because at the end of the day, they're not going to appreciate me anyway. Why putting myself through that stress? If you want to die, go and die. If you want to live, go come here, go come in. And that's how I believe part of the reason why Africa it is the way it is today. At least the Western world, they still have a bit of a place where they value women. Look at here where I am here. Her Majesty the Queen, she's a female. So when you look at see the way we see how beautiful, even that's how our country is, because she's thinking she's going to do anything she can to make sure that Great Britain remains to be great. At least not on her watch will anything go bad. She will put her life on the line first. See. But when I look at the state of Africa, you see men. I'm sorry, my fathers, but look at the way everything is in shambles. Look at it. Everywhere things upside down. No life, no water, nothing. That's what happens when you neglect women. When you think they are nothing. Everything will not work out well. And it was like that even from from beginning of time when all the Orishas they all came. And the Olodumare said, go and make this, go and do that. When they got here, what did they Oshun, she's a female, what can she do? All she knows how to do is to cook. And before you know it, she's going to have kids and that's it. So whenever they're having their meeting, they will not involve her. They will not even call her. It's as if she was nothing. Okay, so when Oshun, she realized this, she didn't fight with them. She went and, located somewhere, built her own kingdom, and she was there. Then now the men, the one that Shango was meant to do this, Obatala was meant to create the nose, the face. All the children of Obatala was creating, they were handicapped. Pardon me. Some could, nothing works. The river dried up, the crops, everything went. You see. It was then at that point they went to Olodumare and said, oh Baba, we have done everything exactly the way you told us. But stuff are not just working out. Stuff are not the way you said they should be. We have done everything. And Olodumare told them that, look, where is the only female among you guys? They said, which female? I'm sure they probably forgotten about Oshun. They said, which female are you talking about? And Olodumare said, Oshun, Oreyeye Oshun. And they said that one, she's somewhere in the house, probably cooking or something. She's running after the children. Baba, please give us good formula. What can she do? Apart from to cook and clean, and maybe one of us will have kids one day, and that's it. And Olodumare said, no, that's where you're wrong. She's the only one that has a share. That is command, ashoro, for things to come to be. You say it and it's like that. Whatever all of this thing that you guys are making, if she didn't come and put a share, all of whatever you have created, you're just wasting your time. She has to come. She's the only one that has a share in her mouth. She will say, and it will be like that. So be it. So it was at this stage, there was nothing else they could do. They now went to Oshun. They were begging, being the mother that she is, she came. Bless everything, the water, all the crops start growing back, everything, became what it is today. So I'm not surprised. This had happened at the beginning of time, when Oreyeye Oshun was treated like that. So I just think that until things is probably going to get worse until it get better. You see. But until then, people that know what they are doing, you have a daughter or a sister, a mother, or wife or girlfriend, you treat her well, and you see the benefit there. You see, but that's a mother there. Even if if say I was still into a relationship, if I have a man which I'm not, I'm going to be sorry for the rest of my life. I'm just saying, assuming. Then you would, you look at her. Okay, that's your partner, but I also see like my child. I feel responsible for his well-being, for how things turn out in his life. And I want to do everything that I could to make sure that, his professional life is fine, just to, that's just the not motherly instincts that I have. And I don't just have that towards my children alone. I have, you have it towards people that you love. You see? And I believe, I'm not saying all female are saints. Don't get me wrong. I know sometimes. But overall, I believe that if we try what we can, it will start with us. It will start with you and me. If we were talking about changes, it's all of us. It's not just, it's not going to come next year. No, it start from you and I. You see, start from you, our fathers, our brothers, our sons out there. You treat your women fine. Whichever woman you treat fine and she's taking advantage of you, then let her go. She's not worth your time. Kick her to the curb. You see, and a good one will come along. There's many fishes in the ocean. But a woman that's worthy to be called a woman will treat her fine. You will not take advantage. If anything, that should make her even to want to prove more, to want to do more, and stay devoted. And so if you find one that because you're being nice to her and she's treating you badly, that's not your person. Just kick her out. Tekumalo. Many women out there, they will appreciate that. You see, and that's all I want to talk about in this video. You see, when you look at Oronpoto, this great woman, this great queen, king, it's her sacrifice, her hard work, in trying to not saying that not on her watch will her ancestors' throne be taken away from her, from them, and she did everything humanly possible. Up to even the day she died, she died still fighting for her people, and she was not the only one. The next 4 shows, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to talk about these are great mothers that they've been here, they work so hard, left us good legacy. That someone like me I can sit down here and because of them I can say they are my heroine, they are my heroes, my inspirations. You see. And that we women should stand in our power, always. Just because you don't let anyone put you down. Don't let anyone tell you you are less of a person. No. Go out there. You have your dreams. Go and achieve it. If you meet someone that's telling you that, kick that person to the curb. Go ahead. Tell the universe this is this, blah, 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 blah. If it's in your star, you will get it. You see, and don't stop until you get that. Don't let anyone make you feel less of a person. You see, that's what I'm going to be talking here, my wonderful people. You see, I believe it's about fairness. This world that we live in, treat each other, with love, with equal rights, equal whatever. None of us is going to live forever. None of us is going to survive this thing we call life. But while we are here, let's make the journey worthwhile. Let's bless other people. We get blessed also. You see, that's just my take. I can be very, very compassionate on something that when I feel so strongly about stuff. My younger brother is here. He knows me. You, my friends, you should know a bit about me. The Alaafin is all loving until something that struck a chord. Because look at this. A lot of women, even as we speak, in Africa, most people, if you see the way they treat women in Africa, oh my God. If you see an African man come, you will shoot if you see a snake, you want to shoot the African man's first before you shoot the snake. You see, it's that bad. When you treat them, but they're going to be left with nothing that will be wild. If all you get every day when you wake up is a dirty slap, you get used to it. And then it doesn't even hurt as much. Then if that happens to me, I'm going to be thinking of how I'm going to get a gun or something even worse to kill, to back up my bad. Because I know you don't want to run me. I don't send you. Because I know you don't care about me, so I don't equally don't care about you too. You see. So when you treat people like that, what you do is you make them wild. Someone that's probably naturally very good natured, loving, kind, caring. But if all they get throughout their life is hardship, is pain, is injustice, then they're going to turn around and say, you know what? I can give as good as I get. You see, then that means two wrongs don't make it right. But who cares at that point? So that's what we're going to be talking about here, guys. As you guys are aware that I'm a spiritualist. I'm into herbs, stones, healing, what have you. For all your herbal and spiritual need, please visit our website. I'm sure the address is at the bottom or top of this video. It's www.alasholahherbspiritual.com. Also, we're on Instagram also, and on Facebook. For whatever it is we are going through life, give us a call at Alashola. If you get on the website and then nothing really is not actually what you are, you can give me a call. You can WhatsApp me. My WhatsApp number is there also. It's +44 7480661815. Or you can email me also. I'm more than happy to get back to you. What we do here at Alashola that's different, that I'm very happy to say, is that we have Ifa back in here. You see, back in the days that I would use tarot cards for readings, I don't do that anymore. I have my Erin Dilogun. On board here at Alashola also, I have trained, specialist babalawos that they are here at Alashola. The Ifa Opele is always accurate. Whatever it is you are going through, Ifa will tell us what's happening. And that's the thing I love Ifa, is because unlike tarot card will tell you the problems, but know how you're going to solve it. If someone say, oh, you're going to be going through this now, and that's it. But Ifa is good like that. Ifa will tell us, this is what's happening here. This is how we go about. We do this, and then we correct the situation. So for me, I'm a kind of a solution kind of person. So I find that sit down well with me. So we have that here at Alashola. If you are going through life changes, if you're at a crossroad, you don't know, you have few options in front of you, and you don't know which one to go with, give us a call at Alashola. We have Ifa room. Oromila is always accurate. Here, will tell us what to do, how to go about it. If you have if it's sickness, you have a court case, whatever it is, life challenges, relationship issues. If you get to Alashola on my website and you find out that whatever it is you're looking for is not there, I'm more than happy, come in my inbox or WhatsApp me. I'm more than happy to. Together we'll resolve it. The way the universe has put things here is we're not here to suffer for the time that we're going to be here, but however long or short. But it's the way we the approach we take in life. Some will say, when you use herb, it's evil. I'm thinking, continue my dialogue. You want to suffer, continue. I don't will come. Because you've forgotten that all of this paracetamol, all of this medicine that we take, a lot of it are, from all of these plants and whatever. You see, just, change, everything is just been turned around. You see. So, but because of ignorance, and then they'll be suffering. You see, some will say, Bible meaning, it's good. But when it's like you say, okay, you do something there, you can also put into action also. I'm a spiritualist. I pray every day. Imagine that. I pray every day, and I'll still do what I need to do. Like, i.e., if I need, I have to bath with my herbs, I have to, use my candle, I have to pray this, I have to observe and that. So if you put me with someone that's only all what you are doing is praying, however, I'm praying as well, plus other stuff that I'm doing, of course I'm going to have an edge. Because all you are doing is out of like 10 options that you have available, you're only just using one. I'm going to go ahead and use 9. You see. So obviously the universe is going to answer me more. Because I know all the resources are there, and I'm going to actually go. I've been taught this. Alashola, use this. There's some herbs that I've been told in my dreams. There's some roots that they will throw to me in my dreams. A lot of my stones they're from my dreams. You see, and I put all of them to use. When I just need to close my eyes like this. My third eye is open. I see all of this. You see that vision, boom, boom. You see, the universe has, and I know all of those, they're like that. I'm going to pull all of them to use because I don't want to suffer. I want to get the best out of life. For as long as I'm going to be here, however long or short, I want the ride to be worthwhile. I want to be the best that I can be. I want to have my full potential, both to myself and my community and my family, and be the best that I can be. You see, and I'm going to do that without harming anyone on the way. And that's what we do here at Alashala. It's wonderful having you guys here. Each and every time I come on Alashala and I see you beautiful people, it's always fun time for me. It's almost like we are having a party, but there's no wine. Maybe next week you should buy the wine. Or Princess Tima, you should get a bottle of Moet. Taiwo, you should have like a champagne. So we will have a wonderful party. It's wonderful to have you guys here. And I'll see you, if I don't come on next week Sunday, then it will be on Upper Sunday. I love you guys. I love you guys. Have a wonderful week and stay safe. Bye-bye.